And talking about Hollywood, more than one star will feature in today's top 5 lefties losing it meltdowns of the week. Coming in at number 5 is Sharon Stone, proving that wisdom does not always come with age. Some folk just get dumber and double down on the breathtaking ignorance. Here she is in Italy, mouthing off about the election result.
You know, Italy has seen fascism. Italy has seen these things. You guys, you understand what happens. You have seen this before. Americans who don't travel, who 80% don't have a passport, who are uneducated, are in their extraordinary naivete.
Oh, she's not just bitter and hateful, she's also as dumb as a box of rocks. And that line about 80% of Americans not having a passport is a myth. Around 1 in 2 Americans have a passport. Maybe she was mixing America up with Japan, where only about 20% of citizens have a passport. Now, let's get to number 4. I love nothing more than watching lefties turn on each other. And in the aftermath of Kamala's humiliating loss, we have the old guard, the veteran Democrats like strategist James Carville, turning on the young progressives.
Not only am I not interested in your opinion, I'm not even going to call you by your name. You're 23 years old. I don't really give a what you think. If I were running a 2028 campaign and I had some little snot-nosed 23-year-old saying I'm going to resign if you don't do this, not only would I fire that on the spot, I would find out who hired them and fire that person on the spot. I'm really not interested in your uninformed, stupid, jackass opinion.
I'm warming to him, I've got to say. A few philosophies there we can pick up. Now, another Hollywood simpleton who is not handling the election result well is Alec Baldwin. He had this to say about his countrymen.
Americans are very uninformed about reality, what's really going on. With climate change, Ukraine, Israel, you name it, all the biggest topics in the world.
But Alec is positively euphoric when compared to actress and former View host Rosie O'Donnell, who has completely lost the plot. She comes in at number 2 on the week's biggest lefty meltdowns.
But it's hard to avoid it when it's so blatantly obvious when you look at the parallels that we have been here before as a world. When democracy falls, you know, fascism takes its place. Right? Capitalism. And it's come.
Yes, democracy has been defeated by democracy. Trump's landslide victory somehow signals the end of democracy and the rise of fascism. These people are so hopelessly broken, but there was one clear standout this week. The number 1 lefty losing it was the woman who squandered more than $1 billion to lose the Electoral College, the Senate, the House, the popular vote, and whose staff clearly hate her. Because why would they have her film this and then release it?
I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did.
Why? Why did they do that to her? Everything from the hideous backdrop there, looked like the curtains of a cheap motel on the highway, to the VP's own appearance, to the contents of the message. Hostage videos I've seen are more joyful than that. The whole thing was a ghastly, unnecessary waste of time, much like her campaign. And you know what, Kamala, if you do run again, and apparently you want to run again, make sure you sack every single person who told you that video was a good idea.